You cannot enter the next season as the same person. And this is not a suggestion, it is a warning. There is a danger more subtle than pain. Son, daughter, it is becoming comfortable with what slowly empties you. Waking up, functioning, surviving, smiling when necessary, while something inside you keeps dying quietly. This message is not here to soothe you. It is here to confront you with a truth you have been postponing. If rebirth does not begin now, stagnation will become your new normal. And stagnation never looks dramatic at first. It looks like routine. It looks like, I will deal with this later. It looks like strength until it collapses. Psalm 23 was never written for people who only needed comfort. It was written for those who reached the edge of themselves and realized that continuing as they were would cost them their soul. Moses understood this moment. He was alive, but not becoming. He existed, but he was not yet who he was called to be. And before leading others, he had to be reshaped, not externally, but internally. This is where urgency enters, because rebirth has a window, and that window does not stay open forever. You feel it already. The tiredness that sleep does not fix. The cycles repeating with different faces, but the same outcome. The fear that nothing will truly change if you keep going like this. What if I am not trying to repair what is broken in you? What if I am calling you to let something end so something new can begin? Psalm 23 does not start with victory. It starts with surrender. The Lord is my shepherd is not poetry. It is a declaration of dependence. It is the moment you stop leading yourself. This is not about becoming religious. It is about becoming alive again. If you resist this moment, you may remain functional but inwardly hollow. If you receive it, rebirth will not be comfortable, but it will be real. Do not listen to this as background noise. This is a crossroads, and the decision you make here will determine whether you repeat the past or step into renewal. Rebirth does not begin when circumstances change. It begins when you accept that you cannot remain who you are. And now you must face the question most people avoid. You are alive, son, daughter. Your heart is beating. Your mind is thinking. Your body keeps moving through days and responsibilities. But tell me honestly, are you still becoming, or are you only existing? There is a dangerous illusion that life itself equals growth. It does not. Many remain alive while slowly disconnecting from who they were meant to be. Moses lived this reality. He existed for years, carrying strength, intelligence, and passion, yet none of that meant he was ready. Existence alone did not qualify him. Becoming required transformation. Psalm 23 confronts this illusion immediately. The Lord is my shepherd means you are no longer leading yourself. And this is where fear enters, because letting me lead means admitting that your way has reached its limit. You feel it inside. The fatigue that no rest resolves. The sense that you are repeating days instead of building a future. The quiet grief of realizing you are not who you once dreamed of becoming. This does not mean you failed. It means rebirth is being announced. Existing without becoming creates identity fatigue. You carry roles, expectations, and responsibilities, but your soul feels disconnected from meaning. That emptiness is not weakness. It is a signal. If you ignore it, you will grow skilled at surviving while losing yourself. If you listen now, you will realize that I am not disappointed in you. I am inviting you deeper. Moses had to stop identifying with who he was before he could step into who he would become. The same is required of you. You cannot enter the next season carrying the same inner structure. New paths require new posture. New promises require new identity. Existence is the starting point, not the destination. And today, you are being called to move from merely living to truly becoming. Do not rush past this awareness. This realization is the first door of rebirth. Therefore, I perceive the emptiness. And now the truth becomes harder to ignore. This emptiness did not arrive suddenly. It grew slowly, quietly, disguised as routine. Days passed. Responsibilities were met. Faith was maintained on the surface. Yet inside, something kept asking, is this all? This is the most dangerous season, son, daughter. Not when pain screams, but when nothing hurts enough to force change. You keep going, but your soul feels tired of repeating cycles that lead nowhere new. Psalm 23 speaks directly into this moment. The valley is not always crisis. Sometimes the valley is repetition without renewal, walking but not advancing, moving but not transforming. You feel the numbness. Prayer feels familiar but not alive. Worship feels correct but not deep. You remember passion, but it feels distant. This emptiness creates fear, not the fear of losing everything, but the fear of never becoming more. The fear that life will continue exactly like this, year after year. Moses recognized this emptiness before his calling was fulfilled. Strength without direction exhausted him. Zeal without alignment collapsed him. And until that emptiness was faced, rebirth could not begin. Do not mistake this void for abandonment. I am not absent here. I am exposing what no longer sustains you. If you cover this emptiness with distractions, it will deepen. If you deny it with false positivity, it will harden. But if you acknowledge it, it becomes the space where renewal is conceived. This is where urgency matters, because remaining empty while pretending fullness slowly erodes faith. And faith was never meant to be endured. It was meant to be lived. You are not broken. You are depleted from carrying what was never meant to last this long. This emptiness is not the end. It is the signal that rebirth is near if you choose not to turn away. Therefore, I recognize my collapse. And this is where truth becomes unavoidable. Collapse does not always come with noise. Sometimes it comes as exhaustion. Sometimes as irritability you cannot explain. Sometimes as the quiet realization that what once sustained you no longer works. This is the moment when strength fails, son, daughter. Not because you are weak, but because you have carried too much for too long without renewal. Moses reached this place. He had courage, knowledge, and intention, yet his own strength betrayed him. What he relied on to survive could not carry him into destiny. And this is where rebirth begins to frighten the soul. Psalm 23 reveals something most ignore. The shepherd's rod is not punishment. It is correction. It is guidance applied when the path is being lost. Your collapse is not condemnation. It is exposure. You can no longer pretend that self-reliance will take you forward. You can no longer sustain appearances. You can no longer silence the ache that tells you something must change. This moment feels dangerous because control is slipping, and control has become your safety. But control without life leads only to deeper emptiness. Do not confuse collapse with failure. Failure ends movement. Collapse invites surrender. When Moses stopped trusting his own strength, transformation became possible. When you stop trying to hold everything together, healing can finally reach you. This is where fear intensifies. Fear of being seen as insufficient. Fear of losing identity. Fear of letting go. But hear me clearly. What is collapsing was never meant to carry you forever. And what you are afraid to release is blocking what is trying to be born. You are not falling apart. You are being stripped of what no longer serves your becoming. If you resist this moment, collapse will repeat. If you surrender here, rebirth will begin to take shape. Do not rush to rebuild yourself. Let me restore you. Therefore, I cry out for renewal. And this is the moment where rebirth stops being an idea and becomes a decision. Crying out is not weakness. It is alignment after collapse. It is the point where you stop demanding strength from yourself and allow restoration to reach places you could not heal alone. Psalm 23 reveals the turning point here. He restores my soul. This is not emotional relief. This is identity repair. Restoration means what was fragmented is being gathered again. What was distorted is being corrected. What was drained is being refilled with purpose. Moses did not become new by trying harder. He became new by yielding. The oil did not fall on effort. It fell on surrender. This is where urgency matters, because if you delay renewal, you will rebuild on the same weak foundation. And what is rebuilt without transformation will collapse again. Now you must respond, not with emotion alone, but with agreement. Write this prophetic phrase in the comments, slowly and intentionally. The Lord is restoring my soul and beginning my rebirth. When you write it, you are not convincing me. You are aligning yourself with what I am already doing. Words spoken in faith create spiritual legality. Agreement opens space for renewal to deepen. Do not write it casually. Write it as someone crossing from survival into transformation. As you do, something shifts. The pressure eases, the fear loosens, the resistance loses strength. You are no longer asking if rebirth is possible. You are stepping into it. Remain here. Because what follows is not another struggle, it is fulfillment. Therefore, I am fulfilled. And now rebirth becomes a new way of living. Fulfillment does not arrive as sudden perfection. It arrives as peace where fear once ruled, as clarity where confusion dominated, as rest where survival exhausted you. Psalm 23 closes the journey by revealing something powerful. The table prepared is not after the battle ends. It is prepared in the presence of enemies. This means rebirth does not remove opposition. It gives you identity that no longer depends on it. You are no longer defined by collapse. You are no longer shaped by emptiness. You are no longer driven by fear of becoming the same again. Your cup overflows not because life became easy, but because you are no longer empty. Goodness and mercy follow you now, not because you deserve them, but because you are walking under my care. This is where decision seals transformation. If this word has guided you, stay connected. When you like this video and subscribe to this channel, you are not supporting content. You are helping spread truth to sons and daughters who are still trapped in repetition and exhaustion. Your action allows this message to reach those who need rebirth, but do not know where to begin. Now seal this moment in prayer. Pray with me slowly, intentionally. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Remain under my care. Rebirth has begun.